like K-hole, kitchen hole, cooking for Atriok's wedding for like 36 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's what this is for.
He was up at like 2 a.m. last night. In my streamers like list of who's live, it was like a bunch of rerun channels and then Cutie Cinderella. I'm like,
Dude,
fuck.
I came down and she has that big to-do list that she's had in the background of the stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has like a couple things crossed off on a massive list, and she's like, these are all things I need to finish, and I have 2 of them done. And because at this rate, it's going to take you right up until the wedding. Like I didn't know what she was doing. I thought this was just like for fun. Like this is just a for fun scenario.
Is it self-imposed? Because she just show up with nothing and everything's okay? Or are they counting on her?
No, I think she's committed to making stuff
counting
on
on her. It would be like showing up and there'd be 0 cake at the wedding.
Because they
fine.
came over to
Dude, she came over
to
like
test
bagel
cake and
bites.
stuff.
That'd be so funny.
Dude.
I brought the snacks and she brought like kid cuisine.
She only has a pop-out cake with slime in it.
Oh. And I have a sash that says "Happy Birthday, Mr. President."
It's not his birthday. Yeah.
But he is the president of the United States.
She signed up for it, and she also, this is where she self-imposed. She didn't take payment for it.
Okay.
But like the raw ingredients and tools alone is like a couple grand.
I was gonna say they would have paid her
100%. And while she's saying this, I'm like, well, you should just ask him, because I was with him last night and he spent that much in baccarat. So I don't think he's that stressed about it.
So he's been gambling.
Yeah, we were in Vegas for his bachelor party.
Yeah, but he's decided to gamble now.
Yeah, why are you saying it like you're a Christian pastor?
Well, because he usually bets like $20.
Is that true?
No, he's always bet high.
What?
Where are you getting this from?
You're making things.
Maybe
We bet
it's
$100
you.
melee money
maybe
matches.
It's you who only bets $20.
I usually bet somewhat light, but I've been betting higher. I got bullied this time.
Who bullied you?
So
Tell me who did it.
Who all went, by the way?
it was me, Atriok, Stans, Nick Allen, his friend from high school, Lorenzo, and then Lorenzo surprised him with a bunch of other friends from high school and his brother.
Were they like hot friends who dance?
They were all like 35-year-olds who have jobs and kids and wives, but used to be giant League of Legends nerds. And we spent the better part of Saturday for about 6 hours playing Killer Queen for his bachelor party.
The song?
game.
The arcade game, right?
The OG arcade game, Killer Queen.
Killer Queen. I don't
Classic.
know this game.
Was the song based
People
on
at
the
Smash
game?
GG, all the Smash GG founders were really into that game.
It's got a big following. It's on Steam and Nintendo Switch. It's not, I don't know if any song is like, you're talking the Queen song.
The Queen
came out
song.
well before.
The game came out before
No.
the song?
The Queen song came out in like the 80s or 70s,
Yeah.
right? This
So
came
this
out,
isn't like an old arcade game.
yeah,
It is one?
yeah. It is an old arcade game.
So it could have came out at
Not
the same
older.
time.
No, we're not going to harp on this much longer. I promise, viewers. It did not come out before the Queen song.
He's freaking
Unrelated.
Which came first?
The chicken. Anyway, fucking, we're at the bachelor party, and I am not the best man, even though I keep selling A-Truck. I'm going to do a speech at his wedding.
Yeah.
But I did assume some of the roles to make things happen because just nothing was
It's
getting
Stans,
done.
right?
Yeah.
And Stans is not doing his duties. He's a shit best man. Is
He
that what
was
you're
just
saying?
not,
Streaming.
it just felt like he was not pulling it together in time.
Is he playing, what is it, motorcycle
Motorsport manager.
manager?
Yeah,
Okay, hold on. Can we make a bet, actually?
sure.
Will Stans make a streaming joke in his best man speech?
What do you mean by that?
By that, I mean like he'll call him like an Andy, or he'll do something that is streamer-centric that you have to be on the in-crowd to
Yes,
understand.
100% yes,
Like
he
he
will.
just mentions it?
He'll say he'll definitely
Like,
say
what if he
It
so.
says-
doesn't count. It doesn't count if he says like, me and Atriok like have been live streaming for it. It doesn't count if he says
Does it count if he says like Aria supported A-Truck through streaming and work?
No.
So he has to make a streamer joke.
He's trying to be clever,
He's trying to make a little
and he's using streaming as a way to do that.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
What if
he
we-
won't do it.
Yeah, what if he I bet he'll say try hard 7.
And then Mizkif comes from behind the bushes, and all the streamers form like the Avengers. And they floss, and Sonic 2 and Jim Carrey are there.
And XQC calls someone's dog a chicken.
And Aiden Ross is a slur.
Yeah.
And the ceremony ends.
And then he drives, well, let's get this party started. And then he marries his wife.
Yeah.
And they're
They just
happy.
had to make Robotnik fat, man.
I know, dude.
That's all they had to do.
Either way, sorry, Stan's shit best man. You wish you were
He's
best
not
man,
a
but
shit
you're
best
not.
man. He's a great
I didn't
best
get
man.
invited, which is also crazy, but that's cool.
Not crazy.
Because I was like, oh, it's only for groomsmen, but then you told me a bunch of other people people showed up, so it's like whatever. Go ahead.
You have been
Was only for groomsmen.
you have been preying on both of their downfalls.
True.
Since the beginning of time. Why are you surprised that you're
Because
not
it's
invited?
Las Vegas, baby.
So you just
And
want
I'm-
to invite to Las Vegas?
No, I'm just fun to hang out with.
Back to you being precious.
And precious, yeah.
So I go back to my old wheelbarrow of the host that I know.
I thought you were gonna say I have a girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Your old bathtub of a girl.
Stop this line of jokes right now. I go to the host I know who's named Joel, who I met when I was with Grayson in Vegas. The alleged scammer.
Yeah.
Or not infamous scammer, not alleged. I don't have the money.
The confirmed scammer.
Confirmed infamous scammer. And I asked him, I'm like, yo, can you hook me up with some rooms? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. You spent a lot last time. I'm like, thank you. Could you also get some for my friends? And he goes, are they YouTubers? And I go, yes, absolutely. Which is a lie. H-Rock and Stans are. The other two are not. Or the other three are not.
That's fair. It's
Nick
only a half
Allen.
lie.
Nick Allen's YouTuber.
Nick Allen's a
Jason.
YouTuber, kind of.
He is. He's like
Not at all.
He's old. YouTube's old.
Yeah.
YouTube's
No,
that's
old.
you're like, look,
That's true.
one of them does make YouTube videos, but he made the LCS. Are you familiar?
That's
Yeah.
more important.
Yeah, and then
Think
I have
about
to,
that
and then I have to
shit,
be like,
Joel.
so the LCS is like a form of competitive.
Well, actually, first Ken grab.
Yeah.
It's a Nivea, and sometimes it sounds like.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And so like when he said it wasn't actually it, and he's saying idiot, and so we are there, and I'm able to get 3 rooms secured or 4 rooms secured on the house,
Baller, you're a
with the
baller.
idea that we gamble in return. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Is if you gamble a lot, they give you free things. And I gambled a lot last time, but they didn't give me any free things. So they give me this room. I show up. He also gives me $1,000 in free play for slots,
Whoa.
which is very pog.
That's
'cause
how bad slots are.
you feel really bad when you put money in slots, but they're still fun. So it feels better
You
when
do get to slap the
when
big
the money is
button and
free.
lights move, and
It's
sometimes
really
you
fun.
win.
And then sometimes the bonus comes, and you're like, ooh, woo, woo, woo.
Much like if you're a slots streamer.
Yes.
Did you do one with like cats on it or something you like?
I did one with 777,
Whoa!
and I didn't hit the bonus once in $800 of spins.
Damn.
Yeah, it was tough.
Fuck.
Anyway, we got all this free stuff. We had a good time, and I bet really light day one. But the only way they track how much you spend in the casinos is with a player's card, and I was the only one with a player's card. I bet maybe $2,000, and I spun it up to $4,000. I did well. Oh. And then night one ends. Day 2 starts. I get a text from Joel, and it's like, so none of your friends have bet, and you barely bet last night.
Really?
Yeah.
They shake you down?
Yeah.
Wait, they check?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, well, they definitely bet because I was with them all night. We played Pie Out till like 3 a.m. And he's like, well, they didn't have player cards. I'm like, well, how is that my problem? And so then I was like stressed. I was like, fuck, he's gonna like figure out that I'm scamming him.
Wow.
For all he's
He's
worth.
going to ask everyone to pull up their YouTube channel, and it's going to be Nick Allen's fucking double digit
He's got-
why
He's
esports
got
doesn't work.
500 substras.
Yeah, nothing. And it's like created in 2003 before YouTube existed.
Yeah.
Nick Allen, me at the zoo.
And so then I hatched the plan that I initiated the plan that I talked about on stream, where I brought like 9,000 in total, and I disperse it. And I give it like to Stans, and it's like an Ocean 7 mission. I give like a little bit to Stans. I
This
give a
is
little
how
bit to
Grand Theft
H-Rock,
Auto is.
a little bit to Nick Allen, and we all go down and bet on the players' cards. But what I'm realizing is I could have just bought the rooms because we lost all the money anyway.
Yeah.
Because we gambled it all. So I should just buy, the rooms were cheaper. I got myself scammed in the process.
Gentlemen, we have to lose $9,000 in 1 hour.
So yeah, we had to lose all this money so we can pay for the 6,000 rooms we got free, or $6,000 of rooms we got free.
It's that much?
Oh yeah, they got us like one of the top floor ones that had like a piano in it.
Man, it's
Crazy.
It's crazy that they had that figured out.
Did you take a dump in the piano at least?
In the piano?
Yeah.
No.
Like in the
It'd be
strings?
crazy.
And then it
to-
like falls through the strings
take a
like
dump.
Play-Doh?
You guys get a little drunk on Saturday?
it was H-Rock's drunk night. He wanted a drunk night. I heard you got a drunk text.
Yeah, I woke up the next day and I have a little Discord notification from Atrioc, but I went to bed really late and I checked Discord before I went to bed and it was at like 3:30 in the morning and I didn't have an Atrioc DM then. And I'm up the next morning and I open it up 4:40 a.m. from Atrioc. Does not message me for anything but business stuff normally, and it just says Abe did. like with the B, spell AIBDN.
Wow.
I didn't realize how drunk he was till the next morning when he just at breakfast and he couldn't finish thoughts because he was still like foggy.
Yeah.
So he would just start sentences and then just pause. And like occasionally he would just like walk out of the room and be like, "Where are you going?" And he'd be like, I gotta go. And then he just leave. And we'd be like, I don't know where he's going. Is he throwing up? And he'd come back. He's like, I went to Banana Republic. I need a shirt. I was like, "You okay?"
I would love to see him in a subdued state because he's always so wacky and goofed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
want
It's
to put him
jarring.
in a K-hole.
Yeah.
He sent a drunk text to Germa.
What did he say to Germa?
It was a picture of a BLT.
And Germa understood.
Yeah, finally.
Germa looked at us like, yep.